Hey guys, what's up? MTG Blue Fire here, bringing you guys another deck. This week for you, I have a deck that me and my friend made together, and it is what we call our suicide deck. And basically, the goal of it is to kill yourself, and using a few other cards, we'll be able to eventually kill our opponents with this deck. Basically, the idea is that this is a green-white deck with 10 forests, 10 plains, and 2 Sunpelt Groves and 2 Razor Verge Thickets in it. And essentially, what we do is we have a card that is Phyrexian on life. So basically, when you have 0 life, you don't lose the game, and then you start taking damage and poison counters. So you can lose the game. It's like adding on 10 more life. But there's also another card called Melira, which says you can't get poison counters. So with this 2 combination, we essentially have infinite life and are fine until they kill Melira or something else. But if they do not have anything to kill Melira, which we have ways to protect her, we will eventually pull a Soul Conduit, in case you guys don't know what this is. It is an artifact for 6 that you can pay 6 and tap it, and you switch life with 2 target players. So the person is basically you and your opponent, and if you have 0 life and say 4 poison counters, and then you give them 0 life and 4 poison counters, they lose the game. And so this is also, in case this primary win condition fails, we also have a green beatdown with Omnath, Locust of Mana, but we just call him Om Nom Nom, and Vornclax. He's the green Praetor. And we have artifacts in here to help us hurt ourselves, such as Jinxed Idol and some Blinding Soul Eaters. Just because of their white Phyrexian mana cost, we're able to, hurt ourselves to try to switch lives faster, basically. We also have a lot of mana ramp in here with Jorga Tree Speaker, probably one of my favorite cards from Eldrazi. Basically, you level her up once and she can tap for 2 mana. Then we have Llanowar Elves, 1 drop, tap for 1 mana. And then we also have some Death Hooded Cobras in here. Personally, I really enjoy this card because it's so versatile in the early game that it is just extremely helpful to have in the deck. This is the thing we're talking about to help protect Melira. We have Asceticism in here, so to try to keep her protected. But we also have Norn's Annex, so they can't attack you unless they pay 1 white Phyrexia. So basically, if they're not playing a white deck, then they're going to have to be paying life for every time they want to hit you. So it's a lot harder on their part. And then we also have some Sky Hunters in here in case they have flying, or if they don't have flying, we can always just go over them, and we'll get there with those eventually. And then we have 2 Chancellor of the Annexes in here, and 4 Chancellor of the Tangles in here. Chancellor of the Tangle is really helpful at the beginning, because you can get out your Tree Speaker or Llanowars earlier, and you can level up your Tree Speakers a lot faster. And Chancellors tends to be a lot earlier, because it's one of those game stalling cards that just really helps out. So we have played this deck, and the deck does pretty good. It is not a deck that I would necessarily want to go play at a standard tournament, but this deck is an absolute blast to play with your friends. And if they don't know what you're doing with this deck, it's absolutely hilarious when you beat them by switching life with them. So this is MTG Blue Fire here, signing out. Thanks, guys.